When things die in a garden, seed heads or whatever, the temptation is to cut them off because they're ugly and they'll spread disease back. That's not always the case. Look at Phlomis russelliana here. The leaves are still green, but the flowers that were carried around here that were yellow have died off, leaving just these whorls of stiff calyces, the things that held the flowers. But they're actually quite present, and they're even nicer when they're rimed with frost in winter. So if you cut them off now, you're doing yourself out of a bit of winter decoration. So that's one to leave. That isn't the case with everything, though. This peony, on the other hand, it looks horrible. Even when rimed with frost, it's not going to be that interesting. So when plants like this do die down, almost right back to the ground, this is no longer doing anything useful to the plant. It's not providing it with food. All the sustenance has already gone down there. So in order to make the garden look a bit better, you can cut these off right the way down to the ground. It's a bit green, but to be honest, your garden will look better, and it's not doing much for that big tuberous root below. There are some plants, though, where you can kind of split the difference. Some bits need to come off, others can be left. Hardy geraniums flower in spurts, and when one spurt's over, the faded flower stems tend to lie down and new growth comes up behind them. It doesn't look very nice. They're not going to flower again. So the easiest thing to do is to take a pair of snips or shears and cut off all those dead stems right the way around. You end up then with a neater looking plant. A lot of us do still like neatness in the garden. Taking all those old ones off, and that means there's more light getting in there, more air getting in there, and the ability for more new flowers, look, to be produced.